Hello YouTube, I am Ashlyn and I've actually been waiting to do this for a really long time, so I'm really excited that you landed on my page today because I can introduce you to my life, to my fitness, and to everything else. I'm on Snapchat and I'm on Instagram, but sometimes I just have more to say, and now this is an outlet for me to say more and do more and allow you to view along. So I'd be really excited if you would like my videos, subscribe to my page, and see what my life is all about. And today is going to be an introduction to that so you can get to know me a little bit better. Well, to be honest, I've always kind of been an athlete. I played soccer and volleyball, badminton, basketball, cross country, everything like that growing up. And then when I went to college, I played college volleyball, and when it was over, I had this moment of, I'm not part of a team anymore. What do I do? And so I started going to the gym, started working out on my own, and my mom, she was doing bodybuilding, coaching clients at the time, and I was seeing this sport kind of come to life in front of my eyes and realizing, wow, like this is something that I can do too, because I was only 18 at the time. There was so much room for growth, and most people at that age weren't getting invested in bodybuilding. So for me, going and starting at a young age and having an outlet and something to do, maybe it wasn't a team sport, but it was something that I could invest my time into that allowed me some sort of personal growth, and it just became so addicting to me. So I was initially inspired by my mom, but actually getting into it and noticing like the progression and the work ethic and everything that goes into bodybuilding just set my soul on fire for it. So although I've always loved science and I've loved the body, working on aesthetics and performance and speed and agility and everything like that just totally spiked my interest, and now I'm addicted. Well, obviously, if you're in the right mindset and you have the right physique kind of already to do it, absolutely greatest thing you can do. Because I have seen 1,000,001 reasons why competing has been positive. I've also seen 1,000,001 reasons why maybe competing isn't positive. And it's just the right person. You have to have that right work ethic, but you also kind of have to be genetically inclined to already want to do it and have the ability to do it to some degree in order to do it healthy. And you also have to have a background of knowing what you're doing. So would I recommend competing to someone who doesn't go to the gym, who's never followed a structured meal plan before, maybe someone who has an unhealthy relationship with food? Absolutely not. Would I recommend competing for someone who's been an athlete, who loves being in the gym, who already enjoys eating healthy, who is fine with that extra push? Absolutely, because self-love and confidence can come from that process, but it shouldn't be the reason why you do it. You don't compete so that you'll start working out. You work out and then you compete. So as long as you're the right mind frame, absolutely. My clients, which is funny because a lot of times people tell me, oh, Ashlyn, you inspire me, which is fantastic, and I take it as a huge compliment, but they don't actually realize how much they inspire me. Because when I look at their progress pictures and I hear their struggles, and when you coach someone, it goes far beyond this is what you look like and this is what you eat and this is how you train. It goes into this is your life and this is how I handle and balance everything, and this is who my husband is and my children. And seeing people with so many different backgrounds and so many different ways of life still achieving their goals is probably the most motivating thing to me. So watching other people overcome their struggles makes me realize, I don't really have that many, so I can do it too. Depends if I'm on competition prep, my mind starts wandering a lot more than it would otherwise. But like breakfast foods are life. So like pancakes, eggs, full eggs, peanut butter, bacon. I'll eat turkey bacon and I think it's the same. And then I'll eat beef bacon and be like, or no, it's not beef, it's pork. And then I'll eat pork bacon and be like, yeah, life is way better with pork bacon. So I still like bacon. I like pizza, I guess, but it wouldn't be my meal of choice. And then healthy food wise, or like meal plan foods, oatmeal every day, peanut butter, rice cakes, apples, steak, love steak. I didn't think I loved ground beef because I was on a turkey kick for years, but now I realize, again, once you get a taste of something that's just a little fattier and juicier, you're like, yeah, that's better. So I would say ground beef too. My business has actually gone through this transitionary period of being very like hardcore and like I want results and very results driven, to being this is about making this a lifestyle. And is it textbook to say, Ashlyn, coach people this way? No, but it works. Like, through experience, I've seen if you give people that flexibility in their life and you teach them how to implement fitness as part of their life, because fitness needs to add to your life. It's not supposed to take away. You shouldn't have to go to the gym. You should want to go to the gym. And when people want to do things, then they invest in themselves and they invest in the process. So the philosophy behind Perfect Fit for You is finding that balance for people. Like, what is that balance for you? Because for me, balance is going to the gym 6 days a week. But I tell someone else to do that, and that's totally not balanced for them. That is way too much. That's excessive. Other people, balance is going to yoga. Other people, let's go walk my dog in the dog park and then walk around the mall with my kids. That's balance for them. So the philosophy behind Perfect Fit for You is, what is the perfect fit for you? What is going to allow you to make this maintainable and sustainable as a long-term thing? It's not, let's do fitness for 12 weeks and then I hit my goal and then I go and I get this body I want and then I sabotage it. That should never happen. So our goal is always, how can we make you happy? How can we make you healthy? And how can we create that balance for you? So we have this big quote on our wall that says, think big, dream big, start small. Because I believe that is how Perfect Fit for You came to life. I was working at the Lethbridge Research Station for Acre Food Canada, so I was studying food. I also was working for the chemistry and biochemistry department at the university, again, studying food. But I wasn't studying food in the way I wanted to. I wasn't studying food to change people's lives. I wasn't studying food to change people's physiques and the way they looked. So when that started happening, when I started investing my time into actually having clients and actually seeing progress, I was hooked. So I actually had a roommate at the time, and I'm like, you know, I kind of want to start a home office. So I'm okay taking over the rest of the rent, and I think I'm going to live by myself and create this little home office space in my house. So that's what I did. So I had this little home office while I still managed my other jobs, and then I started getting more clients and more people seeing progress, and then my fiance Rob moved home from the States because he was playing hockey there, and he's like, Ash, we can't have people coming through the house every day, you know, walking through your kitchen. This is not a business type environment. So let's find an environment where you can sit there and consult with people and you don't have to go to Tim Hortons or bring people into your house. So we purchased this little office space. We did a lease just for 1 year, and we got hooked, obviously. So that was the first big step, is coming in and actually having an office space. 6 months later, we hummed and hawed, and what do people want when they sign up for a nutrition plan? Well, the next question is always, well, where am I gonna train? Who's gonna be my trainer? So we got so many of those requests that we said, we gotta do something about this. So there's a workshop behind our office space that our landlord actually used to park his toys, and he had, you know, woodwork going on back there. It was just a concrete box, pretty much. So we invested in our whole summer creating this into a gym. And so that is what we have now in the back. And then this year, we actually expanded a little bit more to create more office spaces now that we have employees. So things have really progressed nicely over 3 years, but it's always been in incremental steps that have never been too much or too much to handle at one time. So think big, dream big, start small. So always small steps, but the dream big part is just not quite done yet. So that's why you have to follow my channel, because I definitely know that there's more to come. So I actually have a Bachelor's of Science from the University of Lethbridge with great distinction. I had a 3.9 GPA, and my major is chemistry and my minor is math. And I actually worked for the university chemistry and biochemistry department for a couple years as a summer research student, and then I did a few independent studies as well, where we actually looked at food and carcinogens on a cellular level, which was super, super cool knowledge and an experience that I couldn't trade for a classroom, because being hands-on and working with people of that caliber, people doing their masters and their postdoc, was so nice to surround yourself with those people, because you got such a higher education, although I was just an undergrad at the time. I then transitioned and worked for Acre Food Canada at the Lethbridge Research Station. So I was there for a full year before I actually started opening Perfect Fit for You. So you need to find a consistent routine that works for you, and don't jump in too fast. That is the problem I see with a lot of people, is they come through my door and then they talk to me, and I have an energy to get people excited. That's my job, is like get excited about health and fitness. And so they're like, yeah, well, let's do this. You know, I want to work out 5 days a week. Where should I go? And it's like, No, start small. Just like my business philosophy. Think big, dream big, start small. Don't bite off more than you can chew. When you start at the gym once or twice a week and you love it, you'll go 3 times a week. If you start at the gym 5 times a week and you hate it, you will stop going. So my advice is do the little things, because little things make big differences. You know, week number 1, let's cut the white bread, let's cut the pop, let's start working out. Huge step for most people. Huge results from those 3 things for most people. So don't think that in one day you have to turn from being into this big fitness superstar. That's not what you need to do. You just need to have a goal in mind and take small steps to reach that goal, and don't get too ahead of yourself. When people get ahead of themselves, they panic and they're like, I'm not reaching the goal. I have this thing in my head and I want to do it right now. Small steps. You don't have to see the whole staircase, just the first step, one day at a time, and have an accountability system and a support system to be there for you, because that is number 1. Having people that are like, good job, or meet me at the gym, or are you going to the gym? Those things go a long way. So I just got out of the Bod Pod, as you saw. Bod Pod, so cool, best investment ever. So opposed to just weighing myself, I actually get all these statistics about my body, and I figure what a better time to share them than in an intro video with you guys. So disclaimer, I am on a competition prep, and I'm about 9.5 weeks from stepping on stage at a national event. So I am hoping that my body composition is different than the general public. If you are doing something different, you are going to achieve different results. And right now I am doing something different. I am not on a routine that I would be in my regular life. I am on something that's routine, that's regimented. I drink my 4 liters of water a day. I eat at certain times. I weigh my food on a scale. I do cardio every single day, lots of which is HIIT cardio, and I train 5 days a week. So I should receive results that are going to be different than, are relatively different than general women. I'm hoping anyways, which I did. But that's my disclaimer for you guys, is that in my off season, or when you watch my channel maybe in August or September, October, my body fat should be different than it was today. Okay, so what did the Bod Pod tell me, guys? The Bod Pod told me that I am 14.2% body fat. And is that substantially low for a female? Yes, it is. Am I happy about that number? Yes, I am. Next, my amount of fat-free mass. So anything that is not fat, which would be the remaining percentage, so 85.8% of my body is fat-free mass, and in pounds, that is 19.7 pounds of me is fat. Okay, 19.7 pounds of me is fat, meaning 119 pounds of me is fat-free. So I have 119 pounds of bone, muscle, and water. So should I ever expect to lose 20 pounds? Ever? At this weight? Absolutely not. Never, ever, ever, because I won't have anything left to me. I will be bone, muscle, and water. So that right there puts things into a realistic perspective for me when I'm continually watching the scale. It doesn't matter. My body mass right now, so in pounds, is 139 pounds, which is super normal for me. I've been fluctuating between 136 and 140 for the last 4 weeks, and prior to that, I was about 143 to 146 for the last 6 months. So is this a crazy number for me? No. The difference from regular life, 5 or 6 pounds, which is really normal on competition prep for someone who can sustain themselves and maintain their physique very well in their off season, which I like to say I can, because I don't go and put on 20-30 pounds in my off season and then try to lose it for stage. I like to be an athlete all year long. Do I diet all year long and weigh my food all year long? Absolutely not. But I like healthy food and I love being in the gym. Don't really have an excuse. I have my own gym and I work in a nutrition company, so I should be able to maintain my physique fairly well in my off season, which I think I have. Other than that, I'm 68.9 inches tall, which is about 5'9". So at the bottom of my test results, it tells me what my BMR is, and that's my basal metabolic rate. So if someone was in the hospital and they needed a feeding tube and they weren't moving all day long, you still need enough calories to sustain yourself. That's your BMR. For me, that's 1,433 calories. So if I do absolutely nothing in a day, I should still be eating about 1,400 calories a day. It then factors in what my activity is. So how much am I sleeping? How much am I moving? What am I doing for workouts? You know, everything that has to do with burning calories, it factors that in, adds it to my BMR, and tells me what my total daily energy expenditure is. And that's the amount of calories that I need in a 24-hour time frame, which right now, being a low active individual, because I'm very sedentary at my job, I literally sit here for like 8 to 9 hours a day, then I work out. So for me, I think that's about low active. So it's telling me that I need about 2,000 calories a day to maintain. That's not my goal right now. So when I'm in my off season and I'm looking to maintain, eating about 2,100 calories a day is reasonable for me. At this time, I've decided I need to be in a caloric deficit, so I am eating a little bit less than that, which you will see in my full day of eating video in the future. So that's that, guys. That's where I'm sitting right now. I hope you enjoy my test results, and if you want to do some of your own, come into Perfect Fit For You and get in the Bod Pod and we'll test it out, because it's really nice to have this information and you don't have to be a client to come either. So send us an email, info@perfectfitforyou.ca, and we'll set you up in the Bod Pod. Okay, so if you're following my YouTube and you want to see more, I do post a lot on other outlets. So follow me on Snapchat, because I'm addicted to Snapchat, and it is at Ashlyn_Merriman. And that's the exact same as my Instagram, at Ashlyn_Merriman. And if you want to find my business on Facebook, like us, follow us, see what we're doing, Perfect Fit For You. You can also follow Perfect Fit For You on Instagram and Snapchat too. So I'll put all that information in the bio on the bottom of this video so that you guys can click, follow, like, share my stuff, and I would love that. Thank you!